I kind of feel like I know more about their marriage than I know about my own damn marriage. I don't need to know all of this. You know what? I just want to watch reruns of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Bad Boys, Bad Boys, Bad Boys. What you gonna do? Just leave this out of my head. I don't need to know all of this.
By this particular couple, apparently.
I am fascinated because I don't think anybody knows what goes on in any marriage, but they have lived very
even in your own.
Even in your own. They've lived very public lives.
Well, Jada Pinkett apparently took social media into a frenzy after she opened her wild mouth, expressing and exposing what really has gone on behind the scenes between herself and her husband, Will Smith. Well, explosively, she did say that for 7 good years, herself and Will Smith had been separated. Well, shockingly, this has gained a lot of reactions, and fans really have been saying so much about Jada Pinkett's relationship. Oh, God, her memoir apparently that she exposingly just narrated the 6-year divorce that she and Will Smith have had. Now, interestingly, guess who is also wading into the conversation? None other than the controversial personality, Navarro. Well, guess what she said? She's accusing Jada Pinkett of being an opportunist, using Will Smith's name just to sell her books. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to tell you more about what Navarro has to say. This is Literally Helping Axe News. Please do want to subscribe to our platform. It is very important that you get yourself abreast with the latest from the world of art entertainment. During today's episode, let's get started. Now, before we go into what exactly Navarro did say, let's put some tweet that she did post on her Twitter page asking some interesting question after the explosive interview Jada Pinkett apparently had. Now, this is what she said. She said, "You telling me he slapped the no, goodness, I didn't want to pronounce it. The ass out of Chris Rock, ruined his career, got banned from Oscars, swept us all up in the drama, and they're not even, shutting, not 7 years." So this was what she posted. She was asking interesting questions. Now, she was asking that, so Will Smith apparently did slap Chris Rock for nothing. And of course, ruin, Chris Rock's career, and only for us to be, notified that even in the course of the slap, these two had been separated long time. Well, this is what she said. But interestingly, we're having a round table discussion, and this was exactly what Navarro apparently did. Let's pay attention to what she had to say in this interesting video.
You know what? I just want to watch reruns of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Literally. I kind of feel like I know more about their marriage than I know about my own damn marriage. I don't need to know all of this. You know what? I just want to watch reruns of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Bad Boys, Bad Boys, Bad Boys. What you gonna do? Just leave this out of my head. I don't need to know all of this.
By this particular couple, apparently.
I am fascinated because I don't think anybody knows what goes on in any marriage, but they have lived very
even in your own.
Even in your own. They've lived very public lives, and the slap heard around the world, I definitely thought was a reaction of Will's to sort of, I guess, protect her honor somehow, and that entanglement that she had with her son's friend.
Wasn't it a 4-year entanglement or 3
It was
years?
several years, and he was quite young.
It's a hell of an entanglement.
Wait.
He slapped Chris Rock on the Oscars. We all saw that, right?
While they were separated.
But couldn't it be that he was just defending his ex-wife?
Well, it also came out that in 2016, Chris Rock allegedly asked Jada Pinkett Smith out because he thought they were on the out. So that's also might be a plot twist here.
Did he really?
Divorce. Yes, during this divorce.
Chris
doesn't deserve the slap.
But I don't.
Chris
doesn't deserve the slap.
But I
don't get her explanation, though.
I don't either. And when you talk about, usually I say whatever works for couples, but I don't know if this is working.
This is not working.
Well, that wasn't even meant to be a joke. But when you hear each of them talk, there sounds like there's so much pain and trauma that the kids.
They're actors.
Well, the kids did that when they
They're actors.
become their own person. What is it called when you, not conservators? Thank you, that one. They did that when they were like 15, 16. The kids are living through this. I don't pretend that marriage is perfect, but you are the example to your children of what love and loving relationships look like. They're having other relationships. They're living apart.
Listen, I think she's having a relationship with her bank account, because every time she needs to like increase the ratings of the red table. Every time she needs to like increase the ratings of the red table, every time she needs to sell books, she drops these bombshells. I find it unseemly.
I find it smart.
I will tell you
I find
this.
it smart.
Be careful of anybody who pretends to have a perfect marriage.
But it's a memoir, though, and when she writes in her memoir that they've been separated for all of that time. I mean, I think that's a very brave thing to do, a very courageous thing to do. I think it has less to do with money. She has plenty.
I also
think, Alyssa?
I was just going to say, I think once you've had Tupac, you never go back. That's what this ultimately comes down to for me.
Said something on the red tape. I didn't see this. But
Yeah.
She like demeaned him. Like she and if they were apart, what was the point? And then if he defends her honor by doing that, and then she says in this interview, "Oh, I thought it was a sketch," and hangs him out to dry. Like who's who's
wrote a
winning
book,
here?
And her face did not look like she thought it was a comedy sketch. You know, if she thought it was a comedy sketch, she was a role in it. She was playing into it.
All right, we gotta go.
Look at that. Did that look like a comedy face to you?
Well, interestingly, after this interesting video by Anna and her panel apparently discussing the breakup between Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, a lot of people seem to be agreeing with what she said because, of course, Jada seemed to be reviving the whole Will Smith's, allegations and possible breakup, and of course, also resurrecting the Smith's family once again. Right now, they are the topic, for discussion. Every, tabloid wants to know what's next and what really is happening in their camp. And so she, according to her, says that Jada Pinkett apparently is trying to be an opportunist, trying to put out this memoir in an explosive way just to drag in the Will Smith's part inside this book to sell, her book. Because now, I don't know, I haven't really read the book anyways, but all the conversations so far seem to be centering, around the breakup between Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, and of course, it's what really seem to be pushing the book currently as we speak. I don't know how, I don't know if it's out yet, but she officially did launch her memoir, the book. For those of you who did watch our previous episode, we did speak about it. And I personally was anticipating to know exactly what this book could contain. I know there was going to be a time where an explosive conversation could come up from this interesting book, but I never, for once, did think that this was the controversial part that Jada apparently was going to spit out there. Well, kudos to him, but I'm sure, like Anna Navarro did say, majority, including myself, do think that Jada is trying to be an opportunist using this book just for clout chasing. Well, anyways, she's selling and she's getting their attention that it wants now. But let's get through that interesting video. She did, make that explosive announcement about her breakup with, Will Smith.
This true.
Right.
Was that in 2016, surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
right,
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
yes,
y'all have been